you having a problem with this?
This one's called The Commander Toad and the Planet of the Grapes. What do you think, Plumpkin?
Okay, let's just read the story. And let's see how it goes. Into the night. There are many ships that fly from star to star, but only one is long and green. Only one is flown by Commander Toad. Brave and bright, bright and brave, Commander Toad runs his ship through deep hyperspace. That ship is called the Star Wars. Its mission to find new worlds, to explore new planets, to bring a little bit of Earth out to an alien stars. Commander Toad has a very fine crew. Mr. Hub is his co-pilot. He thinks a lot. His thoughts are cool and deep as winter pines. Lenature Lily is in charge of the engine room. She knows everyone and dial. John Jack Skyjumper makes the maps that show where they are going and where they have been. And old Doc Peeper in his grass green wig keeps them healthy as they fly. Many days and many nights go by in space. Sometimes the crew plays games like chess or checkers or leapfrog and toad. Sometimes they sing songs. Happy Birthday is one of their favorites. And sometimes they get very bored. There is nothing to see outside the ship but deep dark spacelets, only by faraway stars. At last, a new planet comes into sight. It is a fine place for my tired crew, says brave and bright Commander Toad. The Star Wars hangs over the planet like a great green pickle. Commander Toad and Lenature Lily sat down in a little sky skimmer. They will make sure there's nothing nasty or mean waits for the crew of this brand new world. Commander Toad leaps out of the skimmer and laughs as he lands. A fine, quiet planet for the picnic. Come join me, Lenature Lily. Lily smiles and she sneezes. Chippity-choo! There is something on this calm world I am allergic to, she says and sneezes once again. She wipes her nose with the regulation Starfleet nose kerchief and prepares to leave for the skimmer. But before she can move, something begins to grow under Commander Toad's feet. First it is a bump. There it is, a lump. There is a bubble that looks like a giant grape. Wait a bit, warned Commander Toad. Things grow too quickly on this quiet world. The Bump Grape has become a bunch of 20 or more bumpy lumpy things. They move like player piano keys under Commander Toad, playing a silly tickle song on the bottom of his web feet. Ho, 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 says Commander Toad. Hop, hop, hop goes his feet. Quick, Commander, Lenature Lily calls. This and twice she leans over the skimmer's side, holding one end to her nose, and the other end out of Commander Toad. Stop hopping around and hop in! But it is too late as she watches one lump bump grows up and around Commander Toad and swallows him. Says the bubble grape. Oh, Commander, Lenature Lily cried. She takes out her gun, but she is afraid of fire. What if she hits Commander Toad, and what if he's not a great dinner or a great dessert, but it's only a gossip grape? Getting inside information instead of getting eaten. Lily puts her gun away. She must go back up to the Star Wars. She will ask the others to help. Mr. Hub will think old Doc Peeper will bring Band-Aids and young Jake Skyjumper will stay on a ship. Don't go away, Commander Toad, said Lenature Lily. I'll chippity-chew. Brrr, said the grape. Commander Toad says nothing. Lenature Lily pushes the button that sends the skimmer up to the waiting ship. On board again, Lily tells them all what has happened. Mr. Hop thinks for a moment, his chin in his hand. Very interesting, says old Doc Peeper. I'll get my bag. Then Doc Peeper and Literature Lily and Mr. Hop ran the skimmer down. Only young Jake is left aboard to guide a great ship home if everything bad happens to the rest of the crew on the cold but scary planet of the Grapes. The skimmer hovers above the planet where only a bunch of great grapes. What's a great thing? One of those grapes is Commander Toad. Brave and bright, bright and bright, said Lancer Lily. She sneezes. Which ones? Asked Mr. Hop. I do not know, said Lancer Lily. All grapes look alike to me. That one might be a commander, said Mr. Hop. The one with the lump where his head would be. Mr. Hop calls down to the lumpy grape. Don't worry, Commander. We are here to help.
He turns to the others. I have been thinking, as long as we move very fast, there will be no time for a grape to grab us. He hops out. Wait, cries Lily, and with a sneeze. But it is too late. No sooner do Mr. Hop's feet touch the ground than a bunch of grapes grows like blisters all around him. One grape bigger than the rest swallows Mr. Hop. Burp, says the grape. Ah, chippity-choo, said Literature Lily sadly. Very interesting, says old Doc Peeper. He fixes his wig, then he takes a great big needle out of his bag. Before we save Commander Toad and Mr. Hop for being graped, I will give you a shot to stop your sneezes and your chippity-choos. It is hard to be brave when your nose is running faster than your feet. But while Doc Peeper moved toward Literature Lily's side to the skimmer, an enormous bubble is growing underneath them. It grows up and around the skimmer, quiet as air, silent as sleep. And before Literature Lily can sneeze, or old Doc Peeper can give her a shot, the skimmer is caught in the biggest lump in them all. The bump is so big it must be Alexander the Grape, said Literature Lily. Doc Peeper groans. It is dark inside the grape and hot. Doc Peeper finds her flashlight. He turns it on. It makes things brighter, but it does not make them clearer. Suddenly, the sky skimmer tips sideways, and head over heels, web feet over wag. Literature Lily and Doc Peeper are spilled out. Literature Lily falls at her gun, and it jams. Doc Peeper falls on a handle on their needle. The needle goes into a bubble. Whoosh! And most of the medicine is shot into a bubble side. Burp, said Alexander the Grape. A chippity-choo, Literature Lily replies. Then far above them is a suddenly pinprick of light. Is it a window? Is it a star? Is it an opening on top of the grape? Doc Peeper gave Lily the rest of the medicine, and then he gives her the boost up. She sticks her hand out of the hole and looks around. The opening grows wider. Literature Lily crawls through. Soon the grape has opened like a flower. Doc Peeper steps out. I do not get it, said Literature Lily. Doc Peeper says, I'll do. He takes another needle out of his black bag and goes over to the lump with the hat. No sooner does he give the lump a shot than the grape peels itself, and out steps Commander Toad. Have a great day, said Commander Toad, shaking Doc Peeper's hand. Doc Peeper gave her final shot to the Mr. Hot lump. When Mr. Hop steps out, he looks around. I'm very grateful to be out of there, he says. Commander Toad leaps in the skimmer, and behind him come Mr. Hot, Literature Lily, and old Doc Peeper. The sky skimmer lips off. What was that all about? Asked Commander Toad. Doc Peeper smiles. Just as Lily is allergic to the planet, so this planet is allergic to us. We give it awards and hypes in a bad case of the grapes. Literature Lily puts her hand to her nose. No more sneezes, she said. You shan't work on me. They look over the side of the skimmer. Far below on a planet, they can see only one grape left. It is wearing a silly green wig. And it work on a planet, too, said Literature Lily. Said Mr. Hop. If the planet is allergic to us, it will not be the good idea to be got back again. Besides, those grapes were an awfully tight fit. And they like to whine a lot, said Commander Toad. He slaps his leg and laughs as the old joke. Old Doc Peeper looks serious. There is something more, he says. He puts the needle in his bag. Anyone says put it on their planet. Seems to tell a very great jokes. Bad, said Commander Toad. I thought those jokes were the grapest. The sky skimmer blows up to the mothership. Jake Sky Jumper welcomes them aboard. I think you got away just in time, said Commander Toad. There is nothing worse than a bad grape joke. I do not get it, said Jake Sky Jumper. Just be glad that they did not get you, said Literature Lily. They tell him all about the ship takes off into deep hyperspace. Let's find some new planets, said Commander Toad. Then they leapfrog across the galaxy from star to star to star. The end.